I'm Ashton Addison from EventChain for Investment Pitch Media and FinTech News Network. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Daniel Japiassu, the CEO of YDreams Global. Welcome to the show, Daniel. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Hey, Ashton. Thank you for the invitation, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. If you would, Daniel, start out a little bit with how you got into YDreams Global, what you guys are exactly doing in the industry, and how you're focusing on VR and AR.
Of course. I founded YDreams Global in Brazil 13 years ago. So the market, of course, was very different in terms of technology. A lot of the technologies now we take for granted were invented back then. YDreams was born on helping brands to bring those new technologies, interactive technologies, to their events, museums, retail stores, everything. So we followed the evolution of technology, interactive and immersive technologies like augmented reality and virtual reality very close. And we're applying them very fast in the market. As they came, we would sell them. For example, in 2014, during the World Cup, we're the first ones in the world to create a virtual reality experience for Coca-Cola. So we're always testing and seeing what is coming and trying to introduce them to brands as quick as they can.
That's great. And wow, 13 years ago, that's, you guys really have a lot of history. I'm sure you've experienced the growth of the industry firsthand. And I couldn't even imagine, how far we've come since the beginning of VR headsets and now all the technology that we have. Has the technology been rapidly changing in your eyes? And do you think that it will be changing even faster upcoming?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the last 4 years were things sped up quite fast. So 10 years ago, we were already working with augmented reality, but mobile devices did not allow it. So we were talking about augmented reality using projections, right? So large screens where people would see themselves as a digital avatar interacting with digital elements. So everything you do now with your phone, pointing at things or looking at yourself and applying filters, different Snapchat filters, this was done everything with projections back then. So we could see the evolution, especially on the hardware side, that would allow you to have these technologies be more broadly used than before, which would end up having to be most in events and stores, or places where we can control the environment.
That's crazy, yeah. The use of mobile phones now means that everybody can have AR, and to have it on projectors before just seems archaic at this day and age. So you mentioned that you guys worked with Coca-Cola in 2013. That's really amazing. How many projects have you guys worked with so far since you started?
Since we started, can't really count. We stopped counting when we hit 1,500 projects worldwide. Which working with projects is the best school. But first, makes you work with different technologies and learn about how to connect them together. So you can connect in the same space. You can connect virtual reality, augmented reality, touch screens, and etc. So that was great. The quantity of projects really was the best school for us. Now the future of the company passes now through creating products. I think that's where the scalability is, where the volume in revenues can increase. So I think our mindset is that the projects we create bring the innovation, and work almost as a lab, and then we can get the best ideas, the most profitable ideas, and then we can turn them into products and roll them out.
That's awesome, Daniel. Yeah, I had the pleasure of experiencing one of your projects at the VR AR conference in Vancouver, the Arkave, where I did a multiplayer VR with some of my teammates, and we went and fought some zombies, which was a super amazing experience. What can you tell us about Arkave, and what's your favorite thing about it?
Yeah, Arkave is one of those examples, right? We started working with VR for projects, and we started using so much that we started analyzing the market. So a year and a half ago, we saw that a lot of the products we were creating for entertainment, using VR as entertainment, they're still lacking some of basic elements that could make this a very popular attraction. So our focus was to create something first social, but it just described is very important for us. You're playing with your friends, you're playing with, you're playing together inside the same game. So we wanted to create something that was multiplayer, and not only multiplayer, that you could see your friends and yourself inside the game as a full body avatar. And now, last year, you see the success of Fortnite completely based on avatars. Kids play for hours and pay a lot of money just to unlock new skins and new avatars, right? So for us, social experience, and it was crucial to have full body avatars and full body tracking. And then, of course, it's important the mobility of it. So we wanted something completely wireless so people could move around and use the arena and be very physical inside the VR. And in the end of the day, we wanted people to live the experience to think they were inside the game, something that was not allowed before this generation of headsets came along. So we're very excited about Arkave. We've been presenting in events like the one you attended, and really putting to the test, not only in the VR industry, but now in the entertainment industry as well. We just come back from IAPA in Orlando, where all the companies that have virtual reality products that are for the family entertainment center industry, they were all there. And we could see that our bet really paid off, because we were the first ones to be completely wireless, using the wireless adapter, not even the backpacks, and people just having a great time. And because we're gamers, we also promoting really high quality graphics, and that's not what a lot of people are betting VR, but I think this is the way to go.
Definitely, yeah. No, the graphics were amazing in Arkave when we did play it, and that was one of the things that most people first noticed when VR came out, was that the environment didn't really have the depth of field or the bright colors and the clarity that you would hope. And we're sort of moving from like a PlayStation classic graphics over to, more 4K quality. This is one of the limitations of why VR hasn't been adopted so quickly. Do you see these limitations being overcome quickly? Will the technology get, better very soon, and will there be more games to play as well?
Absolutely. VR is definitely here to stay, but I think there are two directions that VR will grow. One, of course, is what you're describing, is consumer based, right? So how many people have VR at home? And from those people, how many people use VR at home regularly? And all depends on content that really makes it, creating an addictive content that you want to play and replay and play again. So I think that would take a while, especially because with the evolution, you buy a headset next year, it's already obsolete, right? So our direction is more into location-based entertainment. We really feel like virtual reality as a tool for entertainment centers and out-of-home entertainment is the best way to go, because you can bring expensive equipment first to the market, really impress the crowd, really bring high-end quality, and we are living in an entertainment area where you want to leave your house, right? You want to do fun things with your friends outside, and the options, people are looking for a variety. Movie theaters are getting lower attendance rates. Same with shopping malls. So it gives a lot of opportunities for entertainment centers to really rise up and become the next big gathering place.
I completely agree. So one of your main headquarters is based in Brazil, and then you also have an office in Vancouver. Where are you seeing the projects that are popping up located mainly? I know, VR is really bringing us all together, and at a certain point, I can be in Vancouver, you can be in Brazil, and we can be in the same room in virtual reality. But you guys have worked with so many projects. Are they mainly based in North America, or is this truly a global effort?
So it's a global effort. We have been working. We have done projects in South Korea, Russia, France, many countries, over 30 countries. But in North America, we really feel our YDreams is going to focus certain products. And one is Arkave, which and the other one we're creating is related to esports that we want to launch for next year. So I feel like the presence in YDreams in North America is not going to be so much as an agency as we are in Brazil, working very close with brands. That might happen, and we still have some strategic projects over here. but our goal is really to focus on the products that have the scalability we're looking for. I think that's also what our shareholders is looking for, because then we can see that aggressive growth in revenues for the company for the next years.
Definitely, I agree. So in terms of VR games, VR entertainment, where do you guys see your project shifting? Is it throughout the whole spectrum, and what business models in these industries will be most lucrative for you guys?
Yeah, that's the biggest discussions that the industry have right now. A lot of operators, that everything from trampoline parks, to bowling alleys and bigger family entertainment centers like big buses, they're all looking for how can VR be profitable and attract the big crowds. So it all goes through good content, right? Content that people want to play over and over again. That's what made Pac-Man so popular, right? People wanted to put their name on the high score. Kids would gather to play, see who was the best Pac-Man player. So I think that this new generation, now that the hardware is being very well established, I think now we're going to get into the content. So a couple of titles will come along and will start bringing the crowds. They're going to really bring the people that wants to try a high quality VR. And we hope to be one of those first choices for operators where they know we're always going to bring a high quality experience. We want to make VR not just an experience, but really a game that is hard to beat, a game that has high scores, a game that you can use tournaments to bring people and organize. Operators can then do, this Saturday we're going to do a big tournament to see who's the winner and give a big prize, things like that. So I think out-of-home entertainment for VR, that's the way it has to go. It has to entertain more, right? That's what we're looking for here. And then, of course, in the future, in a couple of years from now, I think once this is all established and the equipment has been evolving so much, that people will be able to have this at home. So maybe you get your cars out of the garage and you're going to play free roaming VR, with your friends. Why not, right? It's a great space. There's no furniture. So I think that's the next step then. It's trying people who want to have this at home in an easy way that they don't have to push the furniture away. So that's what I think it's going. And that level of immersive experience, that's what people want.
I completely agree. And we're getting there. And, from your experience being in the industry so long, how long do you think it will take until we get to that level where, people almost prefer to be in their virtual reality space that they've created rather than in the real world?
I think in some cases we already have some platforms where people are spending a lot of time in VR. You have a lot of VR chat rooms, so you can see almost the reflection of the beginning of the internet, where people would, go to very simple chat rooms to meet people and talk to random people. That is already migrating to VR, and it's just a matter of time until you get a more complex situation, almost like a second life in VR, right? So I think the people who have that tendency of really kind of digging in and diving into the social, digital life, I think that a lot of people are already doing that and become more and more popular. Now, I think it's going to get mainstream in a couple of years, in a sense that people will have this in their homes. It's going to be a very popular household. And we're still a couple of years away from that. That's why we are betting so much in out of home and location based.
That's great. Well, it's good that you guys are ahead of the game, and it sounds like you're getting prepared for that stage. So, I was super excited after I played Arkave. I would highly recommend other people check it out as well. And for people to look into YDreams Global. I'm sure there are many projects looking to include innovative technologies like VR and AR. If there are projects that are looking to reach out to you or people want to learn more, what is the best way to get involved with YDreams Global?
Absolutely. First of all, we are a public trading company in TSXV, so anybody can check us out. Our symbol is YD. If you're interested, stocks for sale, it's a good moment. 2019 is going to be a very, very busy year for us, so hopefully the stories we'll be able to share, we got to get the market all excited. So, check us out, check us website, ydreamsglobal.com. And a good source of information is always also our YouTube channel. We are very active on YouTube. So youtube.com/YDreams or YDreams Global, you'll see a lot of our portfolio in a format that is adequate. Because a lot of the things we do, we try to explain, you can't. You have to see. And a lot of the videos, we did a very cool project for the NBA. I couldn't describe to you what it looked like, but our YouTube channel, people can check it out. And you can also drop us a line. Email is very easy. It's hey, HEY @ydreamsglobal.com. And we are always looking for new challenges and new projects, and even investing in some interesting concepts and products.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Daniel. I will leave the links to your website and your email contacts in the description box below for our viewers. And that's all the time we have for now, but I thank you for coming on the show. I'd love to follow up in the coming months to see how you guys are flourishing and how Arkave is expanding as well. So that's very interesting. And I thank you for your time. Thank you.
My pleasure, Ashton. We're looking forward to talking to you again. We're going to have a very busy month. December, they say to slow down. In our case, it's just getting hotter. So in a couple of months from now, stay tuned because we have a lot to bring to the market.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you very much.